Picture this, you're a 15-year-old with the dream of becoming a superstar, and then suddenly, a video of you goes viral, you get signed by Usher, you're touring the world, and every girl on earth now knows your name. But then, you get molested in public, you're hated by the media, and you're caught giving jobs to football players. We'll get to that one in a moment. I'm sure you all know Diddy has been accused of abusing multiple men and women, but the most shocking thing is that his youngest alleged victim was only 9 years old at the time. This left many speculating that if he could do this to a 9-year-old, what more could he have done to a then 15-year-old Justin Bieber? But before we make any speculations, let's first revisit the origins of their relationship. Back in 2008, a young Justin Bieber was discovered through his videos on YouTube by his former manager Scooter Braun, who, if you don't know him, he was the dude that managed Taylor Swift and also beefed with her over some royalties. While Braun is great at management, singing and nurturing aren't really his thing, and that's where Usher came in. Braun would refer Justin to Usher, and both of them would then sign him to their RBMG record label. This was one of their best signings without a doubt because he became mainstream very fast. I mean, love him or hate him, the dude was getting more attention than Mia Khalifa at a bachelor party. Everybody, and I mean everybody, wanted a piece of him, to a point where anyone within a 2 feet distance would try and get a taste of him.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right.
Not help the way I look at just express it. Yesterday, my album came out. It was an important day for me. So, you know, I got Believe.
Get that off there.
Hey.
Keep in mind, some of this stuff was happening to Justin while he was still underage. But to be honest, nobody gave a shit. And that was possibly because he was a boy. And since he was a boy, interviewers like Leia Remini got away with asking him questions like this.
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer Justin Bieber.
Imagine if an interviewer like Jimmy Fallon asked the then 15-year-old Olivia Rodrigo if she was willing to perform naked or eat a bunch of worms. You know for a fact that he would be in prison by the end of the day. But since the genders were switched in Justin's case, Leia didn't receive any backlash for her stupid questions. The creepiness would be intensified though when Shannon Murphy asked Justin some very sexual questions.
So you're not talking to anybody, any girls?
Right now I'm not.
Has your mom given you the sex talk yet?
I mean, like, I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother.
Yeah.
Like, I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
So why don't you give me the sex talk?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
You could tell Justin wasn't comfortable, but she still pressed on. However, there was nothing compared to the trauma Justin was forced to endure at the 2012 American Music Awards. A then 39-year-old Jenny McCarthy would publicly grope Justin Bieber. You'd think that she would issue out an apology for her actions, but she did the opposite. She openly admitted to assaulting him, and she had no regrets whatsoever.
To neck Justin Bieber and grab his butt.
I saw that you totally, it was like a full-on almost makeout session.
A little cougar scary.
Yeah.
But I took the opportunity in the window, considering I'll never get to do it again, and kind of molested him.
At this point, someone should have taken her mic away, because she would go on and talk about how she was open to dating Justin Bieber.
We hear that he may be back on the market now and available.
Can you imagine how hilarious that would be? That would be the cougar score of the century. Jenny McCarthy dates Justin Bieber.
Would you?
I want some Bieber fever, and I want a Bieber rash. Maybe like cougar rape.
Her response shouldn't really shock you anyway, because don't forget, she's a former Playboy model. So someone like her doesn't really have any morals. And if what we've been seeing on the news is true, The same goes for Diddy, because as I mentioned previously, over 100 victims have come out to claim that they were abused by him, with the youngest of them all being 9 years old at the time. And this has gotten many people throwing shade at Usher for sending Justin Bieber to Diddy when he was so young. Because if he was doing this to 9-year-olds, he could have definitely been doing it to a 15-year-old. We would first get a glimpse of Justin's relationship with Diddy on the 9th of November 2009 when a video titled Justin Bieber's 48 Hours with Diddy was uploaded to YouTube. And the video is still up to this day. In fact, it was uploaded on Justin Bieber's personal YouTube channel. Immediately from the beginning of the video, there are a lot of red flags. First, one of them being when Justin asked if they were gonna go and get some girls.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang out with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Now, on one hand, let's look at it like this. A 15-year-old boy asked a 40-year-old man to go and get some girls. Now, if the girls they were going to get were Justin's age, what on earth would Diddy be doing with teenagers that young? Not to mention, how is he even going to get them there? Now, on the other hand, if the girls they were going to get were Diddy's age, what on earth is he doing exposing a 15-year-old boy to that kind of stuff? So either way, there is no right answer to that question. This wasn't the end of their weird interactions though. It was just the beginning, as 2 years later, they would link up once more, and this time, you could see the fear in Justin's eyes.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my,
From the onslaught, Diddy would begin to interrogate Justin like one of those abusive boyfriends from those Tyler Perry movies.
You never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yes. Okay.
5555.
Okay. 55. You heard that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reluctantly, Justin Bieber would eventually give Diddy his number, which was fake by the way, because I checked. 55555 ain't a real number. This video, however, wasn't only seen as suspicious from fans, but Diddy's own people, as Freddie P, a former member of Diddy's obsolete group, The Band, spoke out about the Justin Bieber video.
His life changed. His that man is terrified of Puffy. I seen the video. I'm in the streets, dog. People know, fear, dog. I mean, like, what happened to your number? You like, oh, man, I lost it. Fear, man. You got to think of all the people, the white folks who've been at the parties. They scared. They don't roll in crowds with niggas and guns.
The worst part about all this is that Justin was often seen in attendance at Diddy's infamous parties. And 2014, Khloe Kardashian opened up about her experience at one of Diddy's parties, where most of the guests were naked.
So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far so good. French Montana. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half of the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
Now, it's unclear if Justin Bieber was one of the butt-naked guests, but one thing that is clear is that he is a broken man that wants nobody to go through what he went through, as seen in an interview where he openly talked about protecting a fellow child star in the form of Billie Eilish.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
While we can credit some of Justin Bieber's pain to Diddy, let's not forget about the one man that brought him there, and that's none other than Usher. But then again, can we really blame him? Because you see, if we go back to Usher's history, you'd find out that he too was once in the same situation Bieber was in. Because if you take a stroll down memory lane, you'll remember that back in the 90s when Usher was still getting his foot in the door, he would seek counseling and mentorship from Diddy. And at one point they even lived together when, I quote, they would fight over frosted flakes.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the all for the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. And now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And I'm
Yo, what the f did Puff just say?
During this time, Usher saw a mountain of things that a kid his age shouldn't have ever been able to see.
It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty.
What got people mainly ticked off about Usher is when he said this.
Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
Many found it hypocritical that while he wouldn't send his kids to Puffy, he proudly sent Justin Bieber there. We have a few reasons why Justin might not want to talk about this right now. One of them being the fact that he's now recently become a father and he might want to fully focus his time and energy on his kid. Or on the other hand, he might not want to speak on it because it opens up some very deep wounds for him. Because the alleged abuse that he might have been suffering might have been the cause of his wildest and darkest days. Some of you might have forgotten this, but back in the mid-2010s, Justin suffered from drug and alcohol abuse, as he would even be spotted in the most dangerous neighborhoods trying to get a fix.
We're here at the Swami though. Right here in my hood, homie. MS gang. Nice seeing you, bro. Have a good one. I just saw Bieber. I just seen Bieber.
Right here, man. Justin Bieber in the hood, cuz. White boy. Seen that shit.
Bieber's alcohol use would make him reach an all-time low in 2014. Bieber was in a Miami club when he would allegedly challenge his friend Khalil, who popped up with a red Ferrari, to a drag race. And once he accepted, Justin's crew would then block out the road for them to have their race. However, they did not do a very good job blocking the road, as Justin and Khalil were both pulled over. During the traffic stop, Justin was seemingly intoxicated, so as a result, he was arrested for suspicion of driving under the influence, driving with an expired license, and resisting arrest without violence. His mugshot said it all. You could tell with his forensic smile that he was in very bad shape, and when the toxicology report came out, it would reveal that Justin had multiple drugs in his system, one of them being Xanax. This incident though was enough for 250,000 people to sign a petition to the White House for him to be deported. However, the Obama administration declined to get it done. Hey, I guess Obama might have been a fan. But at the aftermath of all the stuff, Justin would eventually clean up his act and stop using. He would even go on to reflect on how bad his use was.
I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything, and it was just an escape for me. I was just young, like everybody.
Justin seems like he's now in a much better place with his wife and kid, and he seems to have found God. We wish him the best and hopefully he's all healed. But Justin isn't the only one who needs healing, as many people have been traumatized at Diddy's infamous parties. So click here to find out what really happens at a Diddy party.